Welcome back to Ambitions Vapor Squad. I hope you guys are doing well out there today. Today I got a review on a product that kind of hasn't really hit the market yet. It has a prototype and it's on the Cloudness RDTA by Vapeston. Let's take a look at it. The Cloudness RDTA was sent to me from Vapeston. For the purpose of this review, it's not going to change my opinion of this RDTA. Okay, guys? I've had this for a while. I've had it for about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, somewhere in that range. And it's a pretty nice RDTA. It's got a Goon deck. All right, we all love the Goon RDA. It's got a 16mm Goon deck for it. All right, it works like the Aromomizer RDTA, the Godfather RDTA, where the juice goes down, it fills up on this bottom well ring, and then it goes up, and there's some holes on the bottom of the deck, and it goes through those holes to your cotton, which gets to your coils, and then it goes to your mouth, obviously. So that's how it works. A lot of these RDTAs that work like that, I enjoy the Supreme. I enjoy the Godfather RDTA. I like RDTAs. I've always had a problem getting these to wick efficiently, and I'm going to talk about that and discuss that with you guys down low and show you the correct way to wick it. There's a very fine line in between leaking and dry hits. You have to get it right on the money. This one isn't the full updated version. There is going to be some updates made to it before it hits prime time to the vaping market for you guys to purchase. I want to show you it. I want to show you the general way how it works. I couldn't find any information on how much liquid this holds, but I'm pretty sure it either holds anywhere between 2 to 4 mLs of e-liquid. I have just a regular old dual parallel 24 gauge of Anarchist A&80 wire in here. It's a 6 wrap or a 5 wrap, one or the other. It comes out to a 0.10. I have it on the 3D box mod by GMG Vapor. A review will be coming on this dual 18650 200 watt box mod very soon. And let's have a vape real quick. Let's dive down. Let's take a look at this bad boy. I show you the in and outs. I'll show you how I wick it. I'm going to keep the wick in here and everything and show you it. And then we'll come back up, vape on it, pros and cons. I'll let you know where you can find one, how much it is. And if a mugger stole my book bag and I was on a train, this was in it, would I go out and buy one? All right, sit back, relax, grab a vape, and I'll see you guys in a minute. One of them is silver, and one of them is black. So it comes in this like octagon looking package, vapeston.com. It'll have your color. It does have a Goon deck on it. Okay, there will be some upgrades on this. This isn't the final version, but I do have two. I do have one for a giveaway, okay? Cloudness RDTA. Supports all sorts of heating elements in the market, okay? You get the tank, you get the Goon section, and you get a Pyrex glass tube. Scratch and sniff on the bottom, and it will come like this, okay? You'll get, definitely get some cotton, Japanese cotton, okay? You'll get some O-rings, some twisted wire, some Goon deck clamps, and some screws, very long screws. Blue screwdriver, an additional glass piece, and here it is, okay? So you're gonna get a, we're gonna work from the top down. You're gonna get a stainless steel drip tip, but it also has Delrin, okay? Now they're updating this, okay? They're making the whole drip tip Delrin, which I don't really think it's a big deal. As long as the inside of it's Delrin, I think it looks nice with the steel on the outside to do matchy. All right, and it is going to heat dissipate because the inside is Delrin. So I don't know why they're changing that. They're listening to a few other reviewers on, their feedback. And then you have open, and then you have close, and then you have this little like bar, this little tab here. That's when you know which one it is on. So that's closed, that's open like that. All right, it says Cloudness on top. Vapeston Then you have these clicky airflow. There's a lot of airflow on this. These little knurlings. Nice design. Alright, nothing on the bottom to scratch your mod. It does have a 510. Now, if I was them, I would definitely use a different 510. Do not use this on a hybrid. 100% do not. Alright, threads are nice. 25mm in diameter. 41mm in height without the drip tip. Stainless steel version looks like. Okay. Top fill. You have to be careful because if you hold that and it's really tight, you can unturn the tank because it has a washer on here. It's a pretty tight fit. That washer right there makes it a really, really tight fit. Then you got the inside. Threads are good. Right, it has this little like tray. All right, and that tray fills up with e-liquid, and it will feed to these 4 holes on the deck. Then you have these holes here, and the juice makes its way down through those holes, down to that little fill that I just took off, and then up to these 4 holes. A little bit of a conical design in that chimney. You know, you can also take the juice flow holes are nice and big. All right, there's an O-ring on there. All right, no issues filling it. I mean, you can definitely take it apart more. Just get a hold of it. All right, you can pop that off. Take off the glass. There's the chimney. 7 to 8 millimeters in diameter, so it's definitely got a nice chimney. It seems like a decent amount of airflow too. A lot of airflow on this. My feedback was to make a larger deck. It might look big to you, but it's not. It's a pretty small deck if you ask me. There's no bevel design on the clamps, so you know you're gonna make sure those leads are open. It's a 16mm build deck. It's not the smallest, of course not. It's definitely not the smallest, but you know, it's a little small. So that's cutting it pretty close. All right, I mean, but that's a large amount. I mean, I can almost get that friggin' big ass screwdriver in there. All right, so that's definitely a good amount of room. Okay, I mean, they're definitely nice and big, okay? You can't put really large coils on this because you're going to have to leave room for your cotton. It's got peak insulator on the deck, and then it has a piece of peak in between. Here's the Creus Plus. You know, that's the Creus Plus, and that's the Goons. You have these little notches. See the notch right there? And then you have these notches here and here. So you have to line up that notch with that side. These threads aren't the best threads, okay? Just gonna be honest. They're not the best threads. See, I'm having a tough time finding the threading. You have to wick this thing efficiently. That's cutting it close. I got the coil, I got the building in, no problem, but the cotton, you see those holes below? Hold on, let me focus it for you. You see those holes below? You don't want to stuff the cotton in those holes. You don't want to stuff it so it's tight because it will not wick properly. And you don't want to not put the cotton in those holes because it will leak properly, okay? It will leak way too much for you. So what I do is I kind of put a little bit in there, okay, in all 4, and then I open it upside down once I get it all good to go. A screwdriver of some sort or something, and I'll like kind of, you know, I'll try to push that back out a little bit. You don't want it like it is now. The way I have it now, it leaks. Okay? So to fix that, you want that cotton, you definitely want to cover the deck. You don't want those holes just chilling, but you don't want to stuff them tight. It's like a happy medium. Little piece of kendo.
Put it in there. Alright.
So now you don't even see it, but it's stuffed in the hole a little bit. You turn it upside down. Sorry about all the juice, guys, but I want to show you how it's done. You got to make sure that that cotton is not protruding the edge of that deck. You don't want to force it. And that's basically, sorry about all the juice, man. It's a mess. This one's a messy one. Juice is getting everywhere. So I got to hit that juice. All right? I got to hit that juice. Thanks, Mike Vapes, for the towel, bruh. Let's go back up to FaceTime. Let's vape on it. And pros and cons, final thoughts. I'll see you guys in a minute. You're going to be doing some updates on this, like I previously said down low. The drip tip is going to be all Delrin instead of stainless steel. The Goons clamps are going to be beveled on the edges instead of flat, so your wires will be able to go in and up, which is very good as well. Juice flow holes on the deck will be either a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger. There will be an adjustable positive pin. The laser etching on the open and close on the front will be smaller. Or you can just have some type of little small symbol that shows open and close, like a circle and then a dot. Open, circle, close, dot. You know what I mean? I think that would be a good way to do it as well. Now the threads. The threads on this are a little bit fine. They work. It's just hard to catch the thread originally. In the top one, that O-ring makes it really, really tight to really put down and close the top cap. And when you go to open it, you could definitely loosen up the bottom. Aesthetics of it, the looks of it, I like the looks of it. Wish that the build deck, the Goon deck, I love the Goon deck. I love that they put a Goon deck on it. They're going to have beveled edges on the clamps in the Pro version, the one that's hitting the market that you guys will purchase. That's great, but I wish they made it 18 millimeters in diameter. I don't know why, where the juice goes down to the bottom, they could make, make it an 18 millimeter and those are a little bit smaller. Or something. You can lose, I mean, it's pretty big. In that deck, there's so much real estate. They got to make that deck a little bigger, in my opinion. They're probably not going to do it, but you don't really have a lot of room. You have a lot of room to put your leads, but you're not going to be able to fit coils in there that big. You know what I mean? I like how it's nice and short. Here's the Creus RTA. All right, it's just a little bit shorter. The Limitless RDTA, okay, it's about the same size as that. To effectively wick this thing, it's a really fine line between leaking and dry hits. You really have to get it on the money. You don't want to stuff those holes with the cotton. If you do that, you will get dry hits. But if you don't cover those holes, you'll get leaking. If you don't stick the cotton in those holes just a little bit, it will leak. If you stuff it too much, you'll get dry hits. So it's a really fine line. I want to stress that. I can't stress it enough. The flavor and vapor production on this. Let's really get down to the nitty gritty, okay? Let's find out. All right, I got on the DX DNA 200, okay? 115 watts, 0.1. You see the vape production, guys. The vape production's great. It's nice and dense. The flavor on this it's got really good flavor. I can't lie. If I put my Alien Claptons in this bad boy, it would have tremendous, tremendous flavor. It even has good flavor with this build. It definitely has good flavor. The chimney's nice and wide, but it's not too wide, so you're not sacrificing flavor for vapor production. It has a little bit of a conical design inside of the top of the chimney. That's another pro. You need that. You need it. Why not just do it? All you got to do is just bevel that fucker, and it's going to give you good flavor. If it's flat, you're going to lose flavor, all right? Now, the drip tip, stainless steel, Delrin, as long as it's Delrin inside and the heat doesn't transfer to your mouth, which it doesn't get hot. This thing does not get hot. You could definitely put a really crazy low-ohm build in this and have a tremendous vaping experience. Really enjoy it. I really enjoy this. When I first got it, I didn't know. I was like, I don't really know about this. Some of those, the ones that the way they wick, it's either hit or miss. They either work great or they don't work. I have troubles with these types of RDTAs where the juice goes in, fills up the well, and it goes up those holes into your cotton, to your coils. For some reason, I have trouble. But as long as you wick it correctly, like I showed you, it is a good vaping experience. I've been using it constantly for the last week. I don't like it wide open, okay? That's just a lot of airflow, all right? Oh, another thing I want to mention. You can see your cotton through the air slots, okay? You can see your cotton. You can see the deck right through there. So you definitely want to, you don't want to cover, use less cotton. It's tough, man. You really got to mess around with it. It's really hard for me to explain. Don't use too much cotton. Don't use too little cotton. You kind of want the happy medium because if you cover that, you're not going to really get a good amount of airflow. It might be super restrictive on you. But what you can do, what I do sometimes, is I'll take my little, tool of some sort, and I'll just put it in there, and I'll just move the cotton left and right to the sides. And then it will open it up and give it a little bit more airflow. That's wide open. Still good flavor. But I like it about halfway. The subjective con is that if they had a little bit of space between the two posts on the goon so that airflow could go right in between both and up, I think it would maybe create some type of maybe more flavor, maybe a little bit more airflow, like the goon. Like it has a little gap in between the two posts. I'm just nitpicking here. That's a nitpicky thing. Guys, I don't know the price point on it. If a mugger stole my book bag and I was on a train, this was in it, I would go out and buy one, most definitely. I have a little bit more of a better experience with this RDTA than other RDTAs. It's not my favorite looking tank, all right? It's just not my favorite looking one, but the vaping experience I get off of it, it's very pleasant. It's very enjoyable. I was very excited to get this. I definitely recommend this RDTA. You can find it at vapestin.com, link on screen in description. That's where it was sent from. That's where you can find it for the giveaway. Got to be subscribed, number one. I'm going to do like this, the same thing I did on the other one, all right? Follow me on Instagram. The link's in the description. I fixed the link on this one so it does work, all right? Just follow me over there and leave on any of my posts, just hashtag Cloudness RDTA, all right? And that will be, you'll be double entered into this giveaway. I'm giving away the black one, all right, for you guys. Share this video, like it if you'd like it, all right? Dislike it. I know I got 3 or 4 guys out there that like to dislike my shit on every review, no matter what the fuck I do. Go ahead. I don't give a shit, you know what I mean? Can't fucking stop people from doing that. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the goodies. And I give you content on a daily basis. 60 frames per second, 1080p. You're wasting your effing bandwidth if you ain't subscribed to this channel. My channel, baby. Remember, squad, stay juiced up. Catch you on the next one.